This is one of those stories people don't tell right away. Not because they're afraid no one will believe them, but because saying it out loud makes it feel real again. This happened over 10 years ago, during my first year of college. Until now, I've never told it in full. I went to school in the northeastern mountains, far from anything resembling a city. The kind of rural place that looks peaceful from a distance. Rolling hills, thick forests, endless sky. But up close, something always felt off. It was quiet in the way places get quiet when no one is watching. The local paper leaned hard conservative. The woods surrounding campus were beautiful, until you wandered a little too far and started finding signs people didn't want found. Burned pits, abandoned trailers, chemical smells that didn't belong in nature. You know the kind of place. A few weeks into the semester, one of my friends found something deep in the woods, an abandoned train trestle. No map marked it. No trail led straight to it. It sat about 5 miles from campus, suspended over a wide, slow-moving river in what we jokingly called no man's land. The trestle rose roughly 40 feet above the water, rusted rails still bolted in place, vines creeping through the gaps like they were reclaiming it. It was beautiful. It quickly became our place. We went there several times a week. We'd sit on the beams and watch the water crawl by below us, drink cheap beer, smoke, talk about nothing. Eventually, we started jumping. The water beneath the trestle was deep, maybe 10 or 15 feet, and deceptively calm. You could float there without effort, like the river itself was asleep. But downstream, things changed. About 50 yards away, the river narrowed sharply. The current accelerated, invisible from above. And just beyond that, a waterfall, 20 feet straight down. We'd thrown logs in before, watched them vanish and never resurface. We stayed clear of that part. One evening, I went alone. I needed space, from roommates, from noise, from everything. It was late summer, around 7 o'clock. Still light enough to see, but dusk was coming. I brought a towel and a flashlight for the walk back. I followed the same forest paths I'd walked dozens of times before, climbed onto the trestle, set my things down, and jumped. The water swallowed me, cold but calm. I floated, did a few lazy flips underwater, let the current barely carry me. At some point, I lifted my head to breathe. That's when I saw him. He was on the riverbank. I didn't see him walk up. Not exactly. It was like watching a flip book skip pages. One moment he was far away, then closer, then standing at the edge, maybe 6 feet tall. Thin, pale, black hair pulled back tight. But that's not what stayed with me. It was his face, empty, not angry, not excited, just blank. Like he was doing something routine, mundane. I stayed where I was, treading water, unsure what I was even looking at. Then he dove in. He didn't splash. He didn't hesitate. And he swam directly at me. Fast. Unnaturally fast. I turned and started swimming away. Within seconds, something grabbed my ankle and pulled. I went under, tried to scream, swallowed water. When I surfaced, he was gone. Then the grip came again. Down. Release. Up. Grab. Each time he pulled me farther downstream, toward the current. I realized what he was doing, and I lost it. Kicking, thrashing, cursing. Nothing mattered. He never surfaced. Never gasped for air. He moved like he didn't need to. The current caught me. The river changed instantly, gentle pressure turning into force. The sound grew louder. I twisted, desperate, and looked back. That's when I saw him, swimming casually back toward the bank. The same blank expression, not even looking at me, like his part was done. The waterfall took me. I was under for a long time. The water slammed me down over and over. Every attempt to surface failed. My lungs burned. My vision darkened. I thought very clearly, this is where it ends. Then my hand hit something solid, a log, wedged beneath the surface. I wrapped my arms around it and pushed with everything I had. The current spat me out downstream. I don't remember crawling onto the shore. I don't remember standing. I just remember breathing. I didn't go back for my things. I didn't even look. I walked the 5 miles back to campus in total darkness. No flashlight, jumping at every sound. Convinced he'd decided to finish what he started. I didn't tell anyone. The next year, a football player drowned at that same waterfall. The paper blamed heavy rain and a strong current. Maybe that's true. But every time I think about that trestle, I wonder how many people didn't make it back, and whether the river ever really sleeps.